Good evening, all. Welcome back to another episode of G&Ts. Myself, Gary, Tom, Tam, and unfortunately no Michael Carey as we're having major technical issues. But we made it. So it's just the three of us this evening. How are you, gents?
Yeah. It'd be better if we had a guest on, mate, I need to talk to you two fucking clowns.
I've just scared everyone off. No one just wants to come on and answer the questions.
Yeah. It's your fault, Barry.
I'm not going to go on and answer if I'd rather have a penis for a nose and vagina for ears. It's not happening.
I watched the one Sunday with Dan, and he was talking about it on the Sunday podcast, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Saying, it was Gary's fault once he started asking me them questions. And I thought, well, actually, it's Tam's fault because he made me change them right at the last minute.
So. I thought the questions were great, mate. I loved it. I loved the questions. I thought they were brilliant.
We did mention on Sunday, though, didn't we, that you've had like 2 weeks now to prepare questions. So I'm hoping they're going to be like nailed on. I've written my R4 this afternoon.
Yeah, they're a little bit. Were they too strong? Is the penis and vagina question really the best question to ask someone you've never spoke to before?
Any question with a vagina and the question is never a bad question, mate.
Okay, well, strap in for next week's question then.
Yeah.
It's going to specialist subject, vaginas.
Vaginas.
Should have said I could have pictured that for Sunday.
Yeah. Vajazzles.
Instead of the controversy of the Paul Day, who was the original lead singer for Iron Maiden, for all you that didn't know. Not Paul Di'Anno.
Who he recorded the first album.
But he's not the original singer.
I'll tell you what, though, Dan's Manchester United knowledge is pretty good. There's some questions that you asked, and I thought he's never in a million years going to get that.
The Ryan Giggs one, I'm sitting like, oh, come on, you fuck. I mean, what was it, 836? Like,
to be fair, right, so I grew up with a family that supported Man United. So I knew a lot of them questions, and it was the Ryan Giggs one. When I was looking through the questions, I knew that. But when he said, as soon as he goes, 960, I was like, so he's in the ballpark. And obviously, I think the 3 was a bit of a 963.
Yeah. No. I was looking at your face and I was like, he's close. I can tell he's close. Yeah, it was very impressive.
Is that unlike Rab's knowledge of Celtic?
The best of it is Rab really does have it. Was that one with the 9 in a row? I'm just sitting looking at him going, seriously, Rab? It's obviously he didn't hear the successive part.
Yeah.
Just sitting looking at him because when he was thinking about it, I'm going, why? What are you thinking about? It's obviously 9.
I can't remember what the other one he got stuck on was.
Who, Rab or Dan?
Rab. It was something about like, who had the most.
Yeah, caps.
Cap appearances.
Most games, and we thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought the same. Thought it was Jimmy McGrory. It wasn't. It was Caesar.
I'm impressed though that on the 2 occasions, with Rab and with Neil, Tam got more right on the specialist than they did.
Especially Neil's one. Neil's, I was sitting like, yep, I know that one. I do like my sci-fi movies.
So that's why I've said to Tam I'll take the quiz this week, so we can show everyone his true knowledge.
Yeah. Just for a pre-warning to everyone watching, I think Tom's going to do me up like a kipper here. I think he's set it up so that I'll look like a fool. Even more of a fool than usual.
I'll give the same options that you do, A or B.
And you'll just give me the ones that you've already set aside for me to think I'm stupid.
Definitely.
He's played an absolute blinder, though, because when I said, is this going to make me look like a fool? He said, no, it's actually going to make you look quite intelligent. So now, if I don't answer them right, I am going to look like a fool. So yeah, he's played a blinder there.
To be fair, looking at them, none of you are really lucky.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you.
At all. I've been quite consistent with being a bit of a dick.
Well,
Nothing
at least you're
to do with
consistent with
the
it.
quiz then, yeah, it's just that just in life in general.
Yeah, so, well, on that one, because she's just walked in and she's mimicking me behind the camera. Obviously, I've got a slight apology to make.
Yeah, because you couldn't have got off quick enough. You never let us ask the questions as soon as I come off.
I was about to say, I normally go, questions to be featured. Oh,
Yeah.
Tam, have we got any? And it's like,
yeah,
didn't mention it. It's like, bye.
Bye. Yeah, I need to go. Bye.
And as soon as I walked downstairs, she goes, do I need to watch it for my apology? And I was like, oh, we never actually got around to that. Sorry.
Liz, he avoided it. He avoided it.
Oh,
It's like I
let's
say,
have it then.
it's nothing even major. She's blown it way out of proportion. So she was playing her league game against Pete.
Yeah.
And which she lost 4-0. And
just no need for that information there, Tom. But
I was going to say, did you have to shoehorn that in? Is she still there?
Yeah. And so I was scoring for her, and she was down to a checkout. And so I can't even remember what she needed. And then she hit something, and I stood there. I was like, double 12, you've won the leg. So, believe it or not, first dart, straight in the middle of double 12. She's there, having a little dance. And then I've looked at it, and I was like, that's not right.
Oh, mate.
I've miscounted it for you.
Oh.
She needed double 10.
You'd have been out the fucking back garden if that was me you'd done that to.
So she literally, it's nothing against her, but she don't hit the like doubles like that first time, dead in the centre, like such a perfect dart. So she's like swagging over the board, ready to point it out, and I'm like that. Wait, hold on.
Up to the camera, tapping the
board.
Sorry, I've miscounted for you there. So,
oh, bless her.
I
would have given her that leg.
I apologise.
She's blown it out of proportion.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
I think you're playing it down.
Yeah.
I'm not playing it down. They agree with you. You have every right to be angry.
Yeah, we do the dishes every night for the next month, Liz.
So yeah, that's my apology.
I don't know why I'm saying that. You're wearing headphones. I don't know why I'm shouting as if she can hear me.
Yeah. No, not this time. So yes, that's that done and dusted.
Yeah,
got it out of the way.
Unbelievable.
So he's
cracking first start though.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, just a bit of bust.
Yeah, seriously, it was like I was like, well done. Yeah, brilliant. And it took me a second to clock on that it weren't what she needed. But the worst thing, it's not even like it was like quick in my head when I first said go for double 12. It's not like I instinctively knew and went, right, 12, and then I was like, no. I sat there and I thought about it, and she had a little pause. I was like, yeah, double 12. And then I had to stop, pause again, and I was like, no.
Well, you've apologised. You've been the bigger person, Tom. Well done. Yeah. It's taken you a fortnight, but you've done it. Well, talking of darts, let's bring out the Grand Slam. Have we been watching it?
I watched my man getting through into the semis, is it?
Quarters?
Quarters.
32, yeah, last 16.
Yeah. I watched my man getting through, Ross Smith. After watching his first match, he looked absolutely gash. But no, he pulled it out the bag.
Yeah, I haven't caught up on yesterday's. I've got Nyman and Van Gerwen.
Nyman's out, isn't he?
Is he gone now?
I believe so.
Oh, he lost his first game, didn't he?
Whose racket was he in?
Van Gerwen.
Who's the
Noah?
Lady.
Noah Lynn.
That's it.
Right.
And then Gary Anderson.
But Anderson's been flying.
Anderson's through. No, it's not. It's a straight shootout. Who did you say you had?
Nyman and Van Gerwen.
Why am I on about Anderson? I was on about Van Gerwen then. Van Gerwen's got a straight shootout tonight against Thingy. Neuman's with Van Veen, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
In that group of death.
Yeah, I reckon Van Veen might win it, he's got a good chance.
So,
it's a longer
Van
format,
Veen his first two have been cracking. But I think Nyman is out because it's between Bunting and...
Yeah, and other.
Oh, who's the other one? Come on. There's 3 young ones. And then Bunting.
Cliff Richards.
And it's annoying me because I don't know who
That's good.
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I'll tell you who else does look really good at the moment. That guy that come back against Rob Cross.
Oh, yeah.
It was Luke someone, is it?
Martin Lukeman.
Is that your guy?
That's my guy who's meeting.
Is it?
Tams in the last 16.
Yeah, he's looking awesome. Rob Cross just like
he was
took his foot off the pedal, didn't he? Just weird.
He just looked very nervy. It was quite that was the first match you're talking about. It was just very, very bizarre. He just collapsed.
That one that he played last night, apparently he was slurring a bit afterwards. A lot of people are saying they reckon he had a few too many.
I thought that as well. I was watching it and I was going like, as if he's stoned or something. To me it looked as if he was stoned.
Yeah, I know people were saying. I didn't see the interview afterwards.
I did, mate. I seen it.
You did?
I thought he looked stoned. And the way he was talking, it was that slurred speech.
There we go. Bring it back. Beer and a fag on the stage.
Yeah.
That's it. Good old days. It was making me laugh though, because obviously there's been some upsets, hasn't there? And when you watch like the draw being done on the wheel, and then you see the chat of everyone going, "Well, I've got Luke Humphries." I think that was Peter, wasn't it? I'm all right. I've got Luke, and you're like, "Fucking hell, spoke a bit too soon there, mate."
I think he was the first one out, was he not? He was the first one to...
Yeah. Had an absolute stinker, didn't he?
I kind of enjoyed.
Yeah.
As soon as Luke Humphries lost that game, that chat, it was just like, Peter, what are you saying now?
And he gets slaughtered.
Peter, how are you going now?
He just gets slaughtered straight after. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes it's best just to keep quiet when you got big one. Just like, I hope they do well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
unpredictable though. Very unpredictable.
Yeah, I'd like I say, there's been a few real good ones, but I still don't think you can sit here and say not know who's going to win, but
that's what we're talking about. It's the short format thing of the group stage. That's what a lot of the big guns. If they go off to a poor start, you can't recover. That's you're gone.
Yep.
It's tatty bye. So whereas as it goes on, it obviously becomes a longer format. That's when the cream should rise to the top. Really,
that's why I'm hoping for I don't even know if it's possible, but like a little Anderson final, or a little Van Veen final. But I don't think it will be because they're on the same side of the bracket. I think
right.
But a longer format game with ones that are in form and hitting the numbers they are, be brilliant.
Do you know what I found really distracting was that guy's stance when he stepped up to the hockey. The one in Luke Humphries' group. He sort of steps and he goes on his toes.
Oh, the ballet dancer guy.
That's the one that we did when we read. So I didn't know that was his name. I know who he is by looking at him.
Is that the twitchy guy?
Lawrence.
That's it, Lawrence. It's the weirdest hockey stance.
I can't remember who drew him. But we was on about it when we done the draw, and I was like, "Oh, never heard of him." But I recognise him looking at him. But he stood there and he's pointing his feet out, and he's every dart he's like then walking back, taking half an hour.
Very strange. A bit like Andrew Gilden. He's got a weird.
Stands there and moves all the way to the other side before he throws.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I did find quite. Who did he play now? So it was James Wade. And his first game against Mickey Mansell. And he moaned that Mickey Mansell was playing slow. And it puts him off his rhythm. And it's like, well, did you see him against Luke Humphries? He's like standing there, missing the double, looking at it, taking 45 minutes to walk to the board. And he's out there moaning about someone else that's throwing slow.
I know. I do love James Wade, though.
Yeah.
I do love him. He is a character.
One of the few left-handers.
See, do you know what? I hadn't even noticed he's a lefty.
That's what I was just thinking. I was watching him. I was like, didn't realise you didn't.
Yeah, he's a lefty.
There you go.
Oh, it's hard sometimes with the camera angles, isn't it? Like when I was playing doubles the other night, when you're trying to do it through Discord, it flips the camera. So I could see him going for like double 5, and it looked like he was going for double 1.
If you turn your camera around and use the other camera, that happened to me against Tom.
That's that game we done in that trial, and it's like,
yeah, that comes like, oh, and Tom's going, what? You were good for treble 19. I'm going, no, I was good for treble 6.
Why'd you keep going for
17.
treble 3 for?
Yeah.
Yeah, must have had Tom counting for you.
All right.
Right, we're moving on from that. Moving on.
Yeah.
Right. So, do you want your questions then?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, we've got no one else to answer them. I suppose we best had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love a good dilemma as well. So I'm hoping there's a couple of would you rather.
Yeah. There's a couple of would you rathers. There's a couple of out there random ones, and a couple of controversial ones.
Nice, mate.
So, first one is: would you rather have to stand naked at work for 5 minutes, or would you rather be dropped outside of your local town naked and you got to make your own way home?
Well, for me personally, for what I do, then I'd stand at work stand at work for 5 minutes naked.
I think I would rather walk home, mate. I don't think I could face that.
Are you self-employed, Tom? Do you work from home?
No, it would definitely be the walk home thing. I don't think I would want to stand it because I work. It's mainly women I work with, so.
Women in the hedgehog.
Yeah, no, I'm including the hedgehog. He is one of the women.
So you would run home naked, would you?
I would run home naked, mate. Yeah, I'd probably triple over my cock and all that, but it'd be worth it.
Well, get over and be a bit grazed.
Yeah.
So would you rather?
My knuckle would be dragging.
Would you rather have arms like Mr. Tickle or legs like E.T.?
I don't know what the saddest thing is that I knew exactly what you meant straight away, or the question.
Arms like Mr. Tickle.
Be a great advantage at the hockey, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd just place the darts in.
Yeah, it's got to be in it.
And you sit there and then you look at people and like, you're picturing them now. What if you had legs like E.T.? It'd be hilarious.
Take a fucking long time to walk home, especially if you're naked.
Maybe you pick work then. Yeah, definitely the arms.
Yeah.
And would you rather have a nose that kept growing or ears that kept growing?
So technically your ears do to keep growing as you get older.
Technically they do, but I'm talking like BFG style.
Ears.
Yeah.
I think I could rock off like massive, huge ears.
I've got big sticky out ears. I don't know, but they're not that big, but they stick out a lot.
I think I'd have to go for the nose.
They're black. They're a bit black as well. So.
Yeah.
I never grown a nose.
Yeah, I think so.
Depends what size you grow to.
But I guess it would be quite a hazard, wouldn't it, trying to drink and eat.
Have some soup.
Yeah, I've changed my ideas. Okay. Unanimous. I mean, it's not life breaking, so. Right. If you was in a fight, would you rather fight against a kangaroo or a honey badger?
Kangaroo.
I don't know what the fuck's a honey badger?
Oh, vicious little creatures.
They're fucking insane.
Yeah.
There's a video on YouTube of a honey badger eating one of the most poisonous snakes, and the honey badger basically just got pissed on it, on the venom, fell asleep next to it, woke up, and then had another go at it. Honey badgers are mental.
No, I have no idea.
I reckon you could take one though, Tam.
Get some fucking venom for it. Take that.
Yeah, I'm the kangaroo.
Kangaroos are fucking massive, though. Look.
Yeah. You see that video with the guy fighting with him?
Yeah.
He was fighting with one. That was quite funny.
I can't remember what it was doing, but then just ran up to it and smacked it and ran off.
Yeah.
Fuck knows why you do that. Right. What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten or had in your mouth?
It's always that wee twist at the end, isn't there? It's just
Yeah.
wee connotation at the end. I
don't know, because I'm not quite adventurous like that. I mean, I think the weirdest one I could say, pigeon heart.
You're not adventurous, and then you just chucked in a pigeon heart. Why the fuck would you eat a pigeon heart?
It wasn't like... It's just to try it.
I'm not adventurous. I had a dragon's nutsack in my mouth once.
A bearded dragon?
A pigeon heart. I ate a honey badger once. No, I didn't. I can't think of anything that I've had that. I'm not that. I'll eat anything really. I would eat anything. I would try it. Put anything down to me, I'll try it. I would try it. See what it tasted like.
Very irony.
One of the most disgusting things I've ever ate was one of those olive things. They are fucking rancid.
Olives?
Oh, mate. It was...
Mate, they're beautiful.
Oh, fuck off, mate. Oh.
You go into like an Italian and they bring you a little pot of olives. Fucking just keep chomping at them.
What fucking... Oh, no. We got my nephew to do it once. It was me and his mum, my sister-in-law. So we were like, I'll give you a £5 if you can eat that and chew it. And then he was nearly crying and all that. So I was like, it's not that bad. And I ate it. And I was like, just like, oh, no, can't eat that.
Do you know what? In France, we had a pizza and that had olives on it, but they don't take the stones out of them. And I bit down into this slice of pizza and nearly cracked my tooth. Who would put an olive on a pizza without taking the stones out?
Tell you something, if somebody gave me an olive, I'd be kicking them in the stones. I don't know about taking the stones out.
I'm shocked by that.
What you got to remember, Gary, is Tam's not there. I don't want to judge a whole nation.
Yeah.
It's very battered, deep fried. So anything that resembles like a bit of green or...
See, that's not me, mate. I don't...
Is it neeps and tatties, isn't it?
No, it's not for me either. Haggis is all right. I wouldn't get my way to eat it.
No,
I've always wanted to try it.
It's like it's like sort of... Imagine black pudding. I don't know if you get black pudding. Imagine that with just like a bit of pepper on it. It's sort of just very
Is that all it is?
I find it's very similar. I find it's very similar to black pudding.
It's sort of between black pudding and mincemeat.
Yeah.
But like really peppery. It's nice.
If you get a nice one, if you get a good one, if you sort of actually pay for a decent one, it's all right.
Mm.
You can get a chicken Highlander or whatever version that you think, and that's basically black pudding inside the chicken.
Can't get a chicken Highlander on the south coast, mate.
No,
don't do them.
Never even heard of it.
Got a Balmoral chicken, I think is the other name they call it.
But on the subject of pizzas, though, controversial one, does pineapple belong on a pizza?
Does it? Fuck, mate. It belongs in fucking Hawaii or wherever the hell that pineapples grow.
It's not a pizza topping.
Nope.
I'm not happy with that answer. I love it. I'd go out my way to put it on there. And olives.
Sweet has no place on sour. Anything that's savoury, you can take your sweet, see your applesauce and all that. Get it the fuck. It has no place on my... I don't even know what you hit. Is it pork? Is it pork you have applesauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not on my watch.
I can't stand applesauce.
Not on my watch.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'm going to sulk then. Oh, that's the end of my questions.
You've insulted my pineapples.
Pineapple and olive pizza, mate.
Fucking
Well, obviously you have other toppings, but
yeah,
they're a go-to.
well, mate.
It's like Liz when she gets one and she's like, "Oh, I love a tuna pizza."
Oh no!
And I'm just like,
I would try that, to be fair.
tuna and sweet corn.
Ooh, I like a tuna and sweet corn
Which,
sandwich.
to be fair, tuna and sweet corn, I eat in a sandwich fine, but I'd never put it on a pizza.
I'm absolutely flabbergasted that you would not put pineapple on a pizza, but you'd put a fucking bit of tuna on it. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks. That would be the answer to my weirdest thing I'd put in my mouth. Would be fucking tuna pizza. Never in a million years would I ever do that. Disgusting.
Yeah, I've not tried it. I wouldn't. If it don't appeal, I'm not going to.
I'm one of the few people I think that I'm not a huge fan of pizza. I'll eat it, but it's not one of my favourite foods. My wife and my boy, the two of them, they absolutely love it. But,
yeah, it's a staple.
We take it or leave it.
See, when we get pizza, the only reason I do it is so I can get the chicken wings.
Oh, I love chicken wings, mate. Oh,
yeah, there we go.
Buffalo wings. Oh, get that hot
Buffalo
sauce.
or barbecue?
Oh, it's hot sauce. Oh, I don't fucking start with that. Liverpool rap comes back with barbecue sauce. It's like, Rap, asked for buffalo wings. It's not buffalo. It's buffalo sauce. So you come back with this smoked, was it honey smoked barbecue sauce? It was vile. It was just like, no, mate. So I went in a bad mood with them for a bit.
They're just a mess. There's not even a lot of meat on them, is there? You just pick around the bone with it. There's no meat on them.
There is the correct way to eat.
Yep.
So everything comes off, and you can just eat the lot.
When I'm finished with it, all that is left is bone. Sometimes a bit of fingers missing as well, depending on how nice they are.
Pick it up, you hold it, you give one bone a little wiggle, rips right out, and you just take the meat off the other bone, completely gone.
I mean, if anyone joined in late to this, they wouldn't know we're talking about chicken wings, would they? Give you a little bone a wiggle, pull the meat out. Well,
I get very passionate about my chicken wings.
Yeah,
buffalo wings, chicken wings.
Oh, I love buffalo. Buffalo wings are the best. I mean the hot wings. I make my own ones, and they're absolute dynamite.
Mm-hmm. Do you like the heat? Then you handle a lot of it.
On I'll use Frank's extra hot sauce one. Oh, yeah. Under the grill. Oh, get in my belly.
There's a bit the same when it goes to like a curry. If I'm not sat on the toilet the next day with ring sting, then you can't call it a successive curry. It's got to be.
Curry, I wouldn't know because I wouldn't eat it all because then it ends up just gets to the stage of like this isn't enjoyable anymore. Whereas with chicken wings, it's quite a short hit.
So you're not gonna like my curry because
if you turn around and say korma, you can't even class it as a curry.
No. I have a dansak, but it's got pineapple in it.
You and fucking pineapple.
Fucking SpongeBob SquarePants we've got on here.
Is one of these that goes to like the chippy. Could I have one of them pineapple fritters?
Yeah, could you just put it top of my pineapple pizza?
Yeah.
Fucking
what can I say? Pineapple. Man likes pineapple.
Grow your hair up a wee bit at the top, you look like a pineapple.
Yeah, fucking looks like. Right, stop picking on me. I'm going to stop asking food-related questions because it comes back and bites me in the ass.
So tune in for next week where we'll be hosting a cooking show.
Yeah, we'll have Gary SpongeBob SquarePants plumber.
And it's all these different meals you can make with pineapple.
Yeah. Do you know what? Fucking my favourite cake is a pineapple upside down cake.
Okay.
I've just suddenly come to terms. I think I've actually got a bit of a pineapple fetish.
I think you need to go to a support group or something, Gary. Man alive.
There we go.
Just had this sudden realisation I've just made myself like an absolute fucking fool. Never mind. It's only taken a few weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, the suspense that you've given us, Tom, over your quiz is building. You've been waiting 2 weeks to do this amazing quiz, so I think we should go for it.
And the fact he keeps bringing it up makes me think either I'm going to look like a pure arsehole or the two of us are.
To be fair, it's... No.
To be fair, no. No other
You'll find out when you get the questions.
I think we need to go for it, mate. Wait a minute. I need to get the jingle going. Where the hell is it? No, it's not the right one. No, we never done your jingle for Gary's thing, mate.
Mate, I'm over it. It's
Right, we ready?
yeah, go for it.
That felt longer this week. Do you keep adding to it?
It's the same one as 2 weeks ago, mate.
Well, and that one just like cut out dead.
It's getting better. That was quite a smooth transition. I like that one.
So obviously we're going to go you two head to head. Tom likes to show off. So, Gary, because I'm very disappointed in your pineapple fetish. Tam, would you like the questions labelled Tam or Gary?
Just give us the questions that you've set out for me, mate. I'll take it. I'll take it
You're
like a
so
man.
excited about this quiz.
Are we alternating the
They're all common knowledge, to be fair. So,
if your name's Stephen Hawking.
right, I best mark down who gets what. I don't think it's going to be a very high scoring one. So, Tam, question one.
I love how you say that as if every week it's normally is a high scoring one.
How many times per day does the average American open their fridge?
$23.
No. Felt like you should have known that. Go on, Gary, you can have a go at stealing it.
I mean, does the average American work from home?
You can't ask other questions. That's your pick the question.
Oh, well, I'm going to go higher. I'm going to say 47.
33.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah. Gary.
Hello.
Say in the name of what dried fruit used to be used to encourage people to smile before a photo in the 1800s, before the phrase cheese.
Dried fruit. Date.
Raisin.
No.
Raisins? No.
Prune.
See, I think date would give you the effect better. Date.
Looks like you're doing a shit though, Gary. That's the only thing.
For a lot of pineapple today.
You must have had some of Tom's curry.
Tam.
Let's do it.
What colour is an aeroplane's famous black box?
Red.
Incorrect. Oh, you nearly said it then.
I know I did.
If you picked up on it, Gary, you would have seen.
I didn't see it, but it's clearly not black. So I'm going to say yellow.
It's orange.
It's orange.
Oh.
It's orange.
Since I said it, I went, it's not red, it's bloody orange.
I mean, if you're colourblind, that's quite an unfair question.
Are you colourblind?
No.
Then it's a fair question. Question 2 for you, Gary. What was the name of the tower block where Del Boy and Rodney Trotter lived in Only Fools and Horses?
Oh my God. The amount of episodes of that programme I've watched.
I'm pretty sure I know this one.
Ah, I'll quickly type you the answer.
I was born and brought up not that far from it either. But that's not going to help me. I have no idea. I can't remember. Complete brain block.
Is it Nelson Mandela Place?
Nelson Mandela
House.
House.
I've got to give it for that.
I will, because to be fair, I didn't think you'd know that. But it's TV, isn't it? You're really shocking with these TV ones. Pull them out the bag.
Misplaced childhood, isn't it?
Right. Tam. What type of meat can be found in shampoo?
Horse.
No.
I'm going to say beaver.
No.
Oh.
Ham.
A what?
Ham.
It's to do with pig trotters or something.
No, shampoo. How do you spell shampoo?
Oh,
Shampoo.
I thought you meant as in the fucking... You're an arsehole.
But what's the spelling got to do with it? 'Cause it's not got shit in it, is it? It's got shampoo.
It's the word hams in fucking
Ham.
champ. It's a stupid trick question. It's a pile of shit. What it is.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a
not having that one,
disgrace.
Tam.
Well, you got it wrong anyway, Tam. Sorry. Right, Gary, you're going to need this one because I reckon Tam's going to know this.
Yes, right, I've got it.
Confidently.
I've got it. I'm confident about this.
How many keys are there on a piano?
It's easy. Fucking hell, Tam is going to know this, isn't he?
I don't.
I thought you were the music man.
Don't sit there and start counting them, Tam.
I forgot. What the... Oh, wait a minute. I get the fucking grand piano out from beside me.
231.
Fucking sidearm check.
Have you ever seen a piano? You would need your Mr. Tickle arms. Fucking hell.
I'm going to guess 64.
88.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't remember what it was broken down. I think it was like 57 white.
Yeah, there's more white than there's black.
Yeah.
That's a lot smaller than I'm picturing it. I'm
yeah,
thinking
we could tell.
I'm thinking like the keys, you could probably get half a dozen in that block, and then you got the black ones as well.
They're bigger than you think. Piano keys are bigger than you think, mate.
Some of my fingers, but I can't picture it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was miles out.
No points. I told you it was going to be a low scoring one. Here we go, Tam. Something that you might be able to answer. Is it Tam's now?
Yeah.
Yes. Which country drinks the most amount of coffee per person?
Oh.
Well, it's a nice thinking one, this one.
See, the automatic thing you think is America, but I don't think it will be. I'm going to go France.
No.
See, I'm thinking Colombian coffee, but do they just make it and export it rather than actually drink it? Could be a trick one. He's nodding. That nod's giving me nothing.
That nod says it's not Colombia.
It's not Colombia.
No.
Get on here! I'm getting stitched up.
Would you like another clue?
I'm going to say Russia.
We gave you another clue as well. No.
Okay, I'm not going to say Russia. I'll have another clue.
It's Italy.
Finland.
Never guessed that in a million years, mate.
Yeah, Finland.
I guess it's per person, isn't it? Not the size of the country.
Yeah, that wasn't a question, to be fair.
So, Gary.
Hello.
You don't need to introduce yourself every time.
I need this one, don't I? I need this one.
Well, there's two left for you. What you like with your gaming?
If it's on a PlayStation, I might stand a chance.
No, sorry. In which year was the Nintendo released in Europe? Nintendo 64.
64? Jeez, oh.
Oh,
I'm not
is
sure.
That the one? Is that the one that had GoldenEye on it?
I got the question offline.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say 1996.
I think you went too far. 94.
97.
Oh, well, is it?
97.
But it was GoldenEye, it was on that one.
Yeah.
Cracking guess, though.
Yeah, it was the half, mate.
Sam, final question for you. What is the most common colour of toilet paper in France? I'm not sure if everyone's gone mute or they're just thinking.
White.
It's not white.
Yeah, it's a trick one. In the service station when we stopped at France, it was white, but they also just had a hole in the floor. So, I'm gonna say brown.
How would you know if you'd wiped your ass then? You'd be looking down and going like that. I don't know, there's a shit on it.
The logic behind that was because all the signs were "Don't flush your toilet paper, put it in the bin." So if it was brown paper, it would be a little bit more discreet.
I reckon it's blue.
Pink.
So Gary, you need to get this to get the draw.
I've got it.
Or he could win the tie-break question. Well, it's not even going to be a tie-break question. He can win the question to get 1,000,000 points at the end.
Nice, mate.
Come on, hit me with it.
So this last one. Where is the blue stripe on the Dutch flag? Looks like you both just turned to look at each other.
Yeah, I've got the flag up in the bed. I want to say at the bottom.
I thought the bottom.
It is the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I thought it would be.
Yes.
Oh, ready for the tie break.
Oh, here we go, mate.
On average, how far away is the moon from Earth in miles?
Average.
Who's the guess first?
Yeah, it's one of these, like the Titanic's not like 17,000 feet, like I think.
Who do you want to guess first?
I answered the last question, so I'm going to let you go first.
And feet. Did you say miles? And feet, fucking
feet. I'm not sitting working that out.
Yeah. And miles. Uh, 600,000 miles.
All right.
I'm going to say 100,000 miles.
So would you like to know the answer or who won?
Well, I know I won. I know I won, mate, so I reckon I went a wee bit shy. I think it's more than that, actually.
You went far too much.
Oh, was it?
Yep. The answer is 238,000.
Well done, Tam.
Oh, you won.
He said 600.
I said 600.
Oh. Apologies, Tam. What's worrying about that? What's worrying about that is I gave my answer thinking I'm going to go higher than you, and somehow I've managed to fluke a win because got my numbers wrong.
I thought it was a lot further than that, to be honest. Obviously.
What was it? 200?
238,000. miles.
Yeah, some distance.
I wouldn't like to walk it.
Yeah.
Not naked.
Yeah. Unlucky
Good
there,
quiz,
Tam.
Tom.
Yeah, I was fixed up there. It was stitched up.
Like
I mean, it was a complete fluke, but I think I've actually got 100% quiz record at the moment.
Yeah.
Right, so now I need to sabotage Gary next week.
Yeah.
It's still, your whole section is going to be about pineapples. So you best
subject, man.
You better swat up.
you best brush up on that knowledge of pineapples.
Okay, mate.
Pineapples. You're a madman.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tom. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was good, mate. I always enjoy a wee quiz.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only one that if I could have, I would have changed was the shampoo one.
I didn't get that. None of the two is
I
clocked
think
on.
that's more of a you got to look at it question.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like,
and then when you go ham, you'd be like, oh yeah.
Because there is something like that. It's like, see, like pig trotters. There's so much of that and loads of stuff, like everyday items.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I asked Liz that question and she turned around and said horse.
That's what I said.
Yeah, and I was like, well, why would you say horse for? And she was like, well, I was just thinking of like glue.
Yeah,
and anything that makes it. And I was like,
that was my logic.
I was like, oh, shall I not? And I was like, no, that's for Tam, so
fuck them.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mm.
Out of order, mate. Out of order.
Right. Well,
I think that'll do it, boys, eh?
On that note,
I'll
call it a night, shall we?
Lick my wounds.
Brush off my funny knowledge for next week.
Yeah, I've got to brush
If
up.
anyone wants to
ham and pineapple knowledge,
join in and try and take down Tam. Such a sweet victory moment.
I think what we should do is make up a wheel, and then whoever spun in, the person has to play against them.
Make a wheel and do what?
Put 3 of our names in, whichever one of us gets drawn out they have to play against that.
Ah, I see what you mean. Host. Yeah, go 1-to-1.
1-on-1
with the guest.
Like it.
But then who's going to do the questions?
But we could do that beforehand, so that we.
Then
that way, if it's.
I was about to say that. What, we're all going to sit here with the same questions, or 3 different sets of questions? But I get you.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea. Like it.
As long as it's not me.
Yeah.
Just take my name out, but pretend it's in there.
Nice. I was secretly hoping for an admin's team to be made for the team league, but it just never happened.
It was one of those. We could have done it, but then I think we would end up getting trounced. To be honest, I don't think we'll get.
I told you I'm 2 from 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think the issue with it would have been it'd be like, well, we picked our team. Well, yes, they've picked theirs, but they've picked theirs from a pool when we could have had anyone we wanted as such. But I mean, if everyone's all right with it, I mean, it's not like you and Rich are in it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would have joined. I was holding out for that, thinking, I'll do it. I quite like the idea of that.
Something we could look at doing later, I suppose.
That's what I mean. We're always looking at changing stuff anyway.
Yeah, let's mix it up a bit. Keep it
it's
interesting.
Like this, what is the other challenge admin to a game? Looking at doing.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, everyone can come on and offer to give Tam a game and absolutely trounce him and hope they don't get him on a good night.
Yeah, so again, you could do the wheel thing. You could make up sort of silly games like that, the bull, going for the bull, or throwing blindfolded or something like that. We spoke about it the other week there. Do stuff like that.
I told you anyway in that chat, because of Martin Bull. So everyone, thank Martin for this. The Bull tournament's going to be making an appearance. Enjoy it, suffer. I ain't taking part.
I'm doing it. I actually played quite well in it, as I say. The issue I had was myself and John didn't have a clue what the rules were. But he said, well, that wasn't the way I played it. And then I went, well, that wasn't the way I played it. It's like, Jesus Christ.
That's the way that no one played it.
Yeah, just a disaster.
But yeah, because of Martin, that's going to make it come back this week.
I think it's quite timely though, because you've just done the bullseye challenge, haven't you? So it's good timing.
Yeah.
Good timing for it to come out.
Which we don't need to talk about who got the most. So we'll end it on that.
It wasn't me. I think it was James Morgan again, wasn't it?
He only got 2.
Why you get 3?
2.
Somebody got 3. Who got 3?
Someone got 3?
Somebody got 3. I'm sure it was James Morgan, mate.
No, one looked in, but it weren't. It should have been 3, but it...
I want to look it up. Anyway.
Anyway. We've said goodbye 3 times now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Enjoy the
rest.
rest.
The highlight of my week. I just need friends.
So sad, my life is.
Enjoy the rest.
Let's go and watch the darts.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your week, and speak soon.
See you next week,
Speak to you
guys.
soon.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.